Before I start this video, I just want to remind you all that I have a live stream coming on Saturday the 17th of March. It will be about 9 PM GMT time, so you may need to check your time zones and where you live. So that is what is happening. Saturday, March 19th, Random Horror Live. Hope to see you there. Hello there YouTube, and welcome to a revolting review from me, Random Ross. So, today I'm reviewing The Cottage, written and directed by Paul Andrew Williams, starring Andy Serkis, Reece Shearsmith, Steve O'Donnell and Jennifer Ellison, and it also has a cameo from Doug Bradley. So, this is a Brit horror where two brothers, played by Andy Serkis and Reece Shearsmith, both kidnap a young woman, played by Jennifer Ellison, and hide out at a safe house, the Cottage. But then they soon discover that, not far off from their cottage is another cottage where a deranged farmer lives. So I don't want to give anything else away because I want to keep this spoiler free as possible. Let's get on to the likes and my dislikes about this film. First of all, my likes. I liked this film. I like the comedy in it because it is a British comedy horror from 2008. It's like Reece Shearsmith and Andy Serkis were like the sane bunch of the lot, with Jennifer Ellison's character, who was also a very sane character. But the comedy relief came from our secondary lead, Steve O'Donnell. He was funny in it. There's a scene where they're keeping their identities hidden, and he's like, "Oh yeah, boss, I bought a mask on the way here," and he puts it on, and it's a balaclava, and that's funny because he didn't look at it properly clearly, so they could still see his face. Like I said, this is a funny one. I will also say that the antagonist. I'll say that the antagonist in this is quite scary, quite big, and quite evil. And then there's Reece Shearsmith, who I know from The League of Gentlemen and Psychoville and Inside Number 9. And Andy Serkis, I know him for all kinds of stuff. This was like, he had already made a name for himself doing Lord of the Rings and King Kong and all that. He's known for his motion capture stuff, but he does do proper acting and that. In fact, he even directs now. He directed the film Breathe with Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy, but I'm talking about this one now. I like the comedy in this. I like some of the kills in it. The kills were quite, not original, but very, gruesome. And that, I also noticed there's one scene where Doug Bradley, that Doug Bradley from Hellraiser, has a brief cameo in this. He's like credited as villager with the dog. Because there is a bit where there's like a village and they're all weirdos, and Doug Bradley is among them, standing in the background. I don't think he's got any lines in it, but yeah, this film was funny. It was gory, and it didn't have jump scares, but well, not from what I saw in the film. Yeah, I enjoy this film a lot, and I do recommend it to you. In fact, I recommended this to a subscriber of mine, and I'm subscribed to her, Vicky from Nightmare Maven. I suggested this film to her, and that's why I don't want to give anything away, and I want to try and avoid it being avoid spoilers, so she can check it out for herself, because I did suggest it for her, and so far the Brit horrors that I have suggested for her, she's not been disappointed by, so hope she likes this one. Yeah, so if you're watching, Vicky, I do recommend this to you. In fact, I recommend it to everyone who's watching this. Bloodbath and Beyond even did a review on this. I also like the cinematography in this and that in this film. It like starts off as like an abduction like thriller comedy, but then it turns into a gory horror comedy like halfway into the film, and it's definitely got like elements in there from Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Hills Have Eyes, I think. I will say one thing as well. Make sure you watch this film after the credits, because there is an after credits scene in this film. Yeah, post credits scene. I won't say anything more, but if you want to stick around, if you want to see that after the credits, the post credits scene, go ahead. But yeah, I found it worth staying for. I always do when I'm watching films. Let's see if there's an after credits scene. Okay, so my dislikes about this film. I don't really have anything to dislike. I don't really have anything to dislike about this film, apart from the start. I do find the opening of this film a little slow, because like I said, it starts off as like an abduction crime like thriller, then turns into a comedy horror. But yeah, still, even though it takes a little bit for the horror, it's not like halfway into the film. I'd say a quarter of a way into the film, the horror starts to pick up. But still, I got entertained through it all, and I thought it was funny. So that, I wouldn't say that's really a dislike, but I'm just letting you know there that don't go expecting too much horror too soon, because patience. Okay, so final thoughts and ratings. I enjoyed this film. Like I said, I recommend it to you all. It's a funny film. Andy Serkis did a great job in this as the lead act, and Reece Shearsmith and Jennifer Ellison, and funny comedy from Steve O'Donnell. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. And yeah, all my social media links, Twitter, Instagram, they're all linked down below in the description, with my Facebook horror group, the Random Horror Madhouse. So be sure to check all that out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So until next time, don't have nightmares.